Hello everybody. In this video, we will try to understand the planetary movements and their impact on the Earth for the year 2023. See, the year 2023 started with a big transition, that is Saturn moving into its Mula Trikona house Aquarius. And this particular transition is not a simple one, it happens once in every 30 years. But this time, in addition to this particular transition, the Leo sign is watched by Rahu and Mars as well. At the time that Saturn is transiting from Capricorn to Aquarius. Now, Saturn is also started watching Leo sign. So the Leo sign is now having the impact of Saturn, Rahu and Mars. Rahu is watching Leo with its fifth aspect, Mars is watching with its fourth aspect, and Saturn is watching with its seventh aspect, and all aspects are completely malefic. So because of this, the Leo sign, which is the indication of supremacy, is under suffering. It's under threat. So after 2023 or by the mid of 2023 itself, you will see the world's supreme countries are under big struggle. The impact is very much severe that there is a probability that some part of these countries may not exist also even. And one more thing is, even though Saturn is watching Leo and Rahu, Mars are watching Leo, this is not very much enhanced by the month of February just because Jupiter is still in the sign of Pisces. Jupiter is the financial backbone of the entire world in mundane astrology. In mundane astrology, Jupiter is called the financial backbone of any country is Jupiter. It is also called as the Jiva Karaka. When Jupiter is under severe suffering, then people can clearly predict there is going to be a biggest disease coming into the world. So here Jupiter is a bit stronger in the sign of Pisces because it's the own sign of Jupiter. So when Jupiter is in Pisces, it ignites some kind of spiritual qualities in the world. So that's what happening now. But when this Jupiter starts moving into the sign of Aries, and now that happens in the month of, I think it's in the month of April itself, right? So let me check that. By April 17th, right? April 16th, yes. By April 16th, you can see, or by April 15th, if you change the time to PM somewhere, whatever, by April 16th, by 16th April 2023, you would see this Jupiter is moving into Aries. So April is going to be a biggest month for the whole world, you can say, because Jupiter is going to lose its strength by going into Aries, because Rahu, who is called as the very big enemy, or if not enemy, it's the Jupiter's drain, you can say. Rahu is Jupiter's drain. So you observe the people with Jupiter and Rahu conjunction, even though they have some sudden luck in their life, but the resources that they have are continuously draining up, So they have some emotional draining up in their life, and Rahu Jupiter may also cause an accident, people say. Of course, it brings one sudden luck once in a life. The luck may extend for some years, but the people may not be happier because of that Rahu Jupiter conjunction. They may always under some worries, So Rahu Jupiter conjunction is something like the Rahu is continuously consuming the resources offered by Jupiter, right? That is the meaning there. So this particular Rahu Jupiter conjunction is happening in the month of April, and this particular conjunction indicates the resource draining up of all the world. The whole world will see that draining up of the resources, right? And in addition to that, don't forget this particular Rahu Jupiter conjunction is aspected by a Saturn with its third aspect. Saturn is going to watch this Rahu Jupiter conjunction with its third aspect, and third aspect of Saturn is malefic, right? So by April you would see a stock market collapse and some countries declaring bankruptcy, big companies going out of the market. You may understand, you may think, this company is the world's biggest company, this company is, it has lot of legacy, lot of history. Even though that kind of companies, you will see they will close completely, they will be out of the market. Some countries you will see they don't exist also, or they declare bankruptcy. By April they will declare bankruptcy at any cost. Even big countries, you never imagine, okay, this country is doing very well. You may feel, right? This country is doing very well for the past so many years, but that country itself may declare bankruptcy. That country itself may ask for help. This is not a simple thing, right? So this Saturn coming into Aquarius happens once in 30 years, and that time Jupiter is in Aries, which is the first sign. This Rahu Jupiter conjunction, see, Jupiter comes into a sign once in every 12 years, but this time when Jupiter is coming into the sign of Aries, which is giving a new natural energy to the world, that energy is going to be a kind of confusing energy of confusion, because Rahu, Jupiter, Mercury, Sun. Mercury is actually the logical mind of the world, you can say. That logical mind is having this Rahu Jupiter conjunction, and Sun is also present there. Sun is the Karaka of health, even though Sun exalts in the sign of Aries, but this Sun now also has this particular Rahu Jupiter conjunction associated. So this is indicating a confused mind of the world, a confused health of the world, and also resource drying up. A financial backbone of the world is going to be collapsed. It's indicating, it is clearly indicated, because Saturn is watching it. This whole conjunction is watched by Saturn. Even moon would also come into the picture. If you just move it by 20th April, you see there is a 5-planet conjunction here: Rahu, Mercury, Moon, Jupiter, Sun. This 5-planet conjunction is watched by Saturn, and it is not a normal thing, because this is happening. See, Rahu stays in a sign for 1.5 years, so it comes to a sign once in 18 years, and Jupiter comes into a sign once in 12 years, and the both events are happening at a time now. Then you can just imagine how this kind of event happens once in how many years, right? You just take the probability. It's 18 into 12 if you take, right? 18 into 12, and that too Saturn is also coming there. 18 into 12 into 30, right? Can be just calculated. So a Rahu Jupiter conjunction, at the same time Sun is coming there, Moon is coming there, and Mercury is also coming there. So 5 planets conjuncted in Aries, a very new energy is going to be, is going to be born, right? That new energy is completely watched by Saturn. And Saturn's third aspect, no doubt, it's going to give a trouble, right? So the new energy is actually how you can with the Saturn's third aspect. What is the behavior of Saturn's third aspect? A Saturn's third aspect is something like um, it's something like it is an insulting energy, you can say. Insult, the energy, uh, if you want to take it into account, that is the energy of insult. Let us say a person is doing everything for his family, right? But he is getting insults due to his own family. This happens because of Saturn's third aspect. Let us say a person is doing his let us say a student is doing his homework, but still he is doing his homework very nicely compared to any other student in the class, but still he is getting insult before the class students by the teacher. How you feel? You're getting that energy. So that energy is a painful energy. So even the world's great countries or world's good countries or whatever you name them, even though they are trying to do whatever they can, but still they are going to get a lot of insults, lot of troubles, because Jupiter is also involved here. The financial backbone is, see, financially, whatever the world can do, it is going to do, but it's not going to be enough, or even it is going to do, it's not enough. You don't say it's not enough. It's a kind of painful thing, right? It's going to be collapsed. A financial collapse is seen here. And also, as Jupiter is a Jiva Karaka, you just imagine when Saturn comes into Aquarius, it is going to punish all the bad people. You would see for the next 2.5 years, so many people will be dying in the world, or so many people. It's something like for the past karmas they have done, right? Whether it is for this birth or for the previous births, it is the time for them, right? So totally this Saturn is going to punish a lot. So the only thing, even the governments, the countries, what they should encourage is they should encourage the spirituality in the people. So some people are very much greedy. It's better the government should come forward and give them a kind of hanging punishment to the greedy people. Like you observe the roads in India, somewhere in the roads in India are you see people doing lot of corruption, right? People taking lot of bribes. Better government comes forward and they give hanging punishment to them. So hanging punishment is the only thing which can save. Hanging punishment to the bad people, I am telling you, right? So the hanging punishment to the contractors who are taking more money but not constructing very good roads, and hanging punishment to the officers or to the employees who are taking a lot of bribes from the poor people and causing a lot of suffering to them. That kind of people must be hanged. And also the people of corruption, they are looting the public money. Such people should also be hanged. So the only hanging punishment, see, the world is having around 800 crore population. So nothing is going to happen if hanging punishment is given to the corrupted people and the bad people of the society. So that is the theme here. And also governments should come forward and do a lot of spiritual activities. They should try to encourage the spirituality in the people. By that the corruption would be reduced and the greediness of the people would be reduced, and the normal people will be happier. Here, as Saturn is in Aquarius, you will see lot of protests in the entire world, from the common people, from the low wage earning people. They feel that the suffering, whatever suffering we have been going through for the past so and so years, it's enough. We can't bear it. We can't bear this particular pain of pain from the people who are looting us. They will protest. And even more if Saturn gains strength. Let us say Saturn is currently in the Dhanishta nakshatra, I think. Currently it is in the Dhanishta nakshatra. So when it moves into the Rahu nakshatra, or even Dhanishta nakshatra is also Mars nakshatra, it is not so when Saturn is in Dhanishta nakshatra, because Mars and Saturn are big enemies. So when Saturn is in Dhanishta, it's going to just try to vanish the people who are looting the common people. So it's going to be a very, very toughest time for the rich people, and also the corrupted people. Is going to be a very toughest time. Even more, you would see the common public may try to demand a very, very biggest punishment for the corrupted people, right? So this is the transition we observed, and we will try to discuss more about this 5-planet conjunction and the movement of this particular Jupiter into Rahu, right? Which is the conjunction of Jupiter, Rahu, Guru Chandal Yoga. In normal terms, we call it as because Rahu is called as Chandal and Jupiter is the Guru. We'll talk more about that. So the only thing that can save world is spirituality and not having greediness. So if the corrupted people lose their greediness, then the world will be set. But as long as it's not going to happen, it's going to be a biggest punishment from the Saturn. Saturn is really ready to give a lot of biggest punishments 2023 in the year 2023. And 2023, 2024, 2025, these 3 years, the final years for this Kali Yuga, right? There is going to be Yuga transition after 2025. So as there is a Yuga transition, as a birth of new Yuga altogether from 2026 onwards, so 2026, 2027, 2028, till that time, when the baby is born, he tries to, grow better, right? That kind of, transition, that kind of, so when there is a new Yuga, you would see for the initial years, that kind of, troubles would continue for at least for some years. So till 2028, you would see as 2026 is going to be a starting of a new Yuga, 2026, 27, 28. These 3 years also you would see some troubles the world would be facing, right? So that's what I want to share in this video. I will come up with new content for Rahu Jupiter conjunction and this 5-planet conjunction, very interesting 5-planet conjunction. And also we have some eclipses. Those eclipses may not be very severe, but they also going to play a vital role here, because the eclipses, this 5-planet conjunction and Saturn becoming very, very powerful, right? And actually compared to 2021 and 2022, 2023, people thought it's a better year astrologically, because in 2021, 2022 there are so many Kalasarpa doshas and so many new events, so many surprising events in the astrology happened. So right, whatever you take, the 2019 December onwards, the sequence of astrological events really surprised so many astrologers, because the historical events, all the historical events happening one by one in a sequence, because the events that happened for the past 3 years, actually they occur for 100 years once, for 200 years once, or once in 1600 years, such kind of events happened in a sequence, right? That was so surprising. And 2023 does not have that kind of events. But if you observe this particular phenomenon, this is also a very very rare phenomenon, where Saturn watching Rahu and Jupiter conjunction, and Rahu and Jupiter is in the sign of Aries, whereas Saturn is the most powerful planet in the Aquarius. So this particular thing is also a very very rarest event, right? So, and one more thing is the 5 planet conjunction. The Saturn is watching the 5 planet conjunction with its third aspect. So this is also a very rarest event. So the rarest events sequence is not at over. It's still happening. It's still happening. So the world has to seek the help of spirituality. No other goes. Spirituality, the Vedic culture, right? The homas, the yagnas, right? The daily religious rituals, right? They should come into the picture. So people should follow this Vedic culture. That is the only remedy for the entire world. So thanks for watching this video. I will share some more content in my next video. Thank you.